All right, today we're going to dive into a story that I think might just change the way you think about getting a good deal. It's a really beautiful tale about a simple blanket, a powerful king, and, well, an opportunity that you just couldn't put a price tag on. Let's jump right in.
So let me ask you something. What's the best deal you've ever gotten? Come on, think about it for a sec. Maybe it was some crazy flash sale or a 2-for-1, or one of those group buys where you saved a ton of money. We all love that feeling, right? That little thrill you're watching, you do the math and you jump on it. But what if the best deal of all time had nothing to do with saving money, but was all about creating something absolutely priceless?
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting, because it's all about how we think about value. On one side, you've got those temporary deals. Super exciting in the moment, but let's be honest, the feeling fades pretty fast. But on the other side, what if there's a totally different kind of deal? One that's all about creating lasting happiness, where the benefits aren't just material, they're meaningful, and they actually get bigger over time. That's the kind of deal we're talking about today. So, where does this story come from? Well, it's from an ancient text called the Miscellaneous Treasure Scripture. And it takes us way back to the kingdom of Shravasti, which was ruled by a king named Prasenajit. So, King Prasenajit, he saw something incredible happening in his own kingdom. There was this wise, respected elder who had this amazing gift for bringing people together. This elder would, encourage the whole community to pool their resources and make these collective offerings to the Buddha. And when they did it together, it created this huge wave of positive energy that benefited absolutely everyone. The king saw this and he was just deeply, deeply moved.
And you can just imagine him thinking, wait a minute, if one elder can do this, why can't I do this for my entire kingdom? So he decided to use his power for the ultimate good. He sent out this great proclamation, a call to everyone. From the richest merchant down to the poorest farmer. He invited them all to be part of this one huge shared act of giving. And this wasn't a tax, it wasn't a demand. It was a genuine invitation to come together and create something amazing.
Okay, and this is where the story really pivots, because the king's call reached everyone, including one man who, by any standard you can imagine, had absolutely nothing to give.
This man was truly, truly poor. He'd been living in poverty his whole life and owned next to nothing. So when he hears the king's call asking people to offer up their best things, honestly, he could have just ignored it, right? What could he possibly have to contribute?
But here's the thing. He didn't have nothing. He had one single possession in the entire world. A single, fine blanket. Just let that sink in for a second. Not a few old things, one item. That blanket was everything to him. His only warmth, his only comfort. His entire world was literally wrapped up in that one object.
So what did he do? Did he hesitate? Did he worry? Nope. Without a moment's hesitation, not a single thought of what he was losing, he took that blanket, his one and only belonging, and gave it to the king's collective offering. He gave everything. He held nothing back, and he did it with a totally pure heart, just wanting to be a part of this amazing thing everyone was doing together.
So what happens next? What happens when someone gives literally everything they have, not for themselves, but just for the good of everyone? Well, the story shows us that the universe, it pays attention. And the reward for an act like that, it was immediate and it was incredible.
Just look at this chain of events. It's wild. Because of that one single act, that one sincere offering, when his life came to an end, he was reborn in a heavenly realm. Wow! But it didn't even stop there. From this heavenly realm, he was able to go and visit the Buddha, and just by hearing the teachings, his mind completely opened up, and he actually attained the first stage of enlightenment. Think about that. From a single blanket to spiritual freedom. And later, the monks were curious. They asked the Buddha about this man. And the Buddha confirmed the whole thing. He explained that, yes, this incredible outcome was a direct result of that one moment of pure, total, heartfelt giving. He gave his only blanket, and for that, he got a treasure that would last forever.
Okay, so this is obviously more than just a nice story, right? It's a really deep lesson in how true value is created. So how did one little act lead to such a massive reward? To really get it, we need to unpack the wisdom that's at the heart of this whole thing.
The key idea here is something called merit. The easiest way to think about it is like positive energy or good karma. It's the good stuff that gets generated from selfless, virtuous actions. And this whole story isn't just about giving something away. It's a masterclass in how to create the most powerful, most beneficial kind of merit, not just for you, but for everyone.
And what's cool is the story kind of lays out 3 different levels. So, giving by yourself, that's good. For sure, it creates merit. Now, encouraging someone else to give, that's even better, because you get the benefit of your action and you help them get a benefit too. But the best, the absolute most powerful way is what the king did, leading a whole group of people to give together. That creates this exponential wave of good that lifts up every single person who takes part.
Okay, so let's circle all the way back to where we started. Remember talking about group buys for a discount? We get so excited about those. But this ancient story, it's pointing us toward a totally different and way more valuable kind of group buy.
Let's put them side by side. A regular group buy is all about what you can get, right? It's a temporary, individual saving. But this other kind, this collective giving, let's call it a group buy for happiness. It's all about what you can give. The whole point is to create shared goodness, shared merit, lasting joy. The benefit isn't just for you, it's for everyone, and it just keeps growing.
And this really brings us to the simple, beautiful truth at the heart of it all. It's the lesson from the poor man and his one blanket. It was never about the price of the blanket. It was about the sincerity of his heart. Just one small, sincere act done with a pure heart can create an infinite amount of good in the world.
So, what are the big takeaways here? Well, first, it's pretty clear that what's in your heart, your sincerity, is way more important than what's in your wallet. Second, when we do good things together, the positive impact just gets amplified for everybody involved. And finally, maybe it's time we rethink what a good deal really means. Maybe the best deals in life aren't about what we get, but what we create together.
And so I'll just leave you with this question to think about. In our own lives, in our communities, in our world, what's the collective good that we can create? What's the great thing we can decide to do together?